Hello and welcome to Unzi Talks, where I bring you one great book in 2 short minutes. And the book I'm talking about right now is Irresistible by Adam Alter. Now the subtitle of that is The Rise of Addictive Technology and the Business of Keeping Us Hooked. So this would be, obviously it's nonfiction, and it would fall into the genre of argument. So Irresistible is a book that I value for 2 reasons. Firstly, for its reflection of real life, and also, secondly, for its internal consistency. So Adam Alter, in this book, really takes a deep dive into how and why technology and internet addiction have affected our culture. So I can see a reflection of real life right away. Now, as soon as I would want to hand an iPad to my kid, I think about this book and reading this book. And I'll read a passage for you, and hopefully that'll explain why. Children are especially vulnerable to addiction because they lack the self-control that prevents many adults from developing addictive habits. Regulated societies respond by refusing to sell alcohol and cigarettes to children, but very few societies regulate behavioral addictions. Kids can still play with interactive tech for hours at a time, and they can still play video games as long as their parents will allow. Korea and China have flirted with so-called Cinderella laws which prohibit children from playing games between midnight and 6 in the morning. Why shouldn't kids be allowed to play with interactive tech for hours at a time? And why, as I mentioned in the book's prologue, just so many tech experts prohibit their children from using the very devices they design and promote in public? The truth is that we won't know how children will respond to tech overuse for some years still. So that's just an excerpt from the book, but it's a great example of the internal consistency. I love the research that Adam Alter does because he doesn't just talk about technology addiction, he compares and contrasts it to other addictions, drug addictions, alcohol addictions, etc. And he really distinguishes behavioral addictions from others. And I think that's so important. And within the passage that I read also, he mentions that some of the nations and the world's most leading tech experts don't allow their children to use technology or devices or to abuse it. And so doesn't that kind of tell it all? So I highly recommend this book. If it sounds interesting to you, add it to your TBR pile. And until next time.